right? Where does this come from?
Well, it comes from when, like, the neural pathway, like when the brain structure is developing, right? There has to be a point to where consciousness can actually even occur within the individual, right?
Sure.
So
Right.
to a certain degree, like ahead of time before, where that could not exist in the same way that you don't remember like anything before your life started or after, right? Like that.
Like you think memory? You think memories
What's
just?
up?
You think memories are based on consciousness?
I didn't say that at all.
Okay,
But
what I'm
I
asking
wasn't
you
finished.
though.
So
Okay, but
so that, right? Like just the way it's not before, or the way that it's after, that flesh, right? That fetus, right? There's a point to like, I don't know if it's 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Like the actual minutia of the figures, I'm not so great about. But I do know that there is a period of time when that flesh cannot even have consciousness.
okay, well then prove it.
Okay. The actual composition of the brain.
What part of the brain?
Literally, what's that?
What part of the brain do we need to have this?
I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm not familiar with the minutia of I'm not a brain neuroscientist.
Well, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to value something like this, you probably need to know like where this comes from, how we measure this, and when it starts, right?
Okay.
Because how can you value something if you don't even know where it begins, or even if we need that to begin with?
But there is a period of time.
Hold on, trans. 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ultimately, what she's saying is you're drawing this arbitrary line at this spot to say now we can no longer unalive this child, but you can't ground the stance of why, right?
Well, I mean, I just did. It's a principle.
No, you're not grounding it at all. You're just saying, well, I don't know, but this is where I think we need to draw it. Like this arbitrary line, but you don't know where any of this stuff comes from, none of that. You're just kind of going with what.
Well, nobody really does, right?
Yeah, a lot of people actually. Well, this is why nobody debates like consciousness.
Well, I mean, consciousness. I mean, we're avoiding the religious rights. We're not making religious arguments now, so we don't really know where consciousness comes from, right?
Okay, so if we don't know where consciousness comes from, can we say we can or cannot unalive somebody?
Well, because consciousness can't exist in something that it's not in, or like where the structure doesn't accommodate it.
Yeah, then what structure do we?
Well, like in the same way that it wouldn't exist in a corpse.
Okay, yeah, but you can't even prove where this comes from. Yeah, we know that a corpse is obviously dead. They have no capacity to have this, right? So therefore, like I'm asking you, like, where does this start? Where does this come from? When does it start, and how do we measure it?
Well, I know that what I'm suggesting would terminate, like the termination of a pregnancy would happen before.
That's not even my question.
Okay, but that is how I'm answering it.
Yeah, but